insulating a couple of these walls here for my sauna. Now that I have everything wired, I like this thermostat, and just try this side. This is 2x6, so I got the R23. Is it? Yeah, I'm using Rockwool. I've never used that before, but it has, like I said, some fire-resistant qualities to it. Obviously not actual fire stuff, but it doesn't burn like insulation does. Apparently, it's still as itchy, so I got this old paint full jumpsuit that I have that I'm wearing. Protection, so I'm not breathing it in. I'm gonna put goggles on, and I'm gonna put some gloves on too, just to try to keep it off my hands. I'm just gonna do a couple of these panels here just to try it out. It comes in 47 inch. I've got, so just under 4 feet. I've got 7 feet. Got these gloves as well, just to get a little bit of protection. They're really compressed in here, so I'm going to open it up and avoid actually cutting into it. Anyway, I can feel these are a lot heavier than regular fiberglass. A little bit, so this is just like the normal, or it's a little bit wider than the joint, so they can kind of force it in and it holds itself in. Not really much to it. It's going to expand a little bit into the joint, or between the joists, flatten it out completely. Obviously, I want it to expand and trap some air in there, but I also want it to be a little bit flush, so that when I go to put the siding up, it'll hold in place. I think I'm going to try one of the ceiling ones. It should actually hold by itself. It's so tight. And I got 48 inches across, and this is 47 inches, so it should be just perfect. Just expand a little bit. May not even need those support pieces because they hold in so tight. I don't really feel anything itchy yet, but of course it's always afterwards. It wasn't on purpose that I did 2x4s and 2x6. This is just a load-bearing wall. It has to be 2x6. Ceiling I could put in I put it myself, and that I definitely wanted that to be 2x6, just to, obviously the heat's going up. So just start working on the 2x4, the R15. Expecting to go in just the same. I actually really like this Rockwool just because of the dense nature of it. Just fits in there nice. It's been a while since I've done any other insulation, but I know with that, especially with the tabs, you had to put it up there, and it was the fiberglass insulation just isn't really firm, and so you got to kind of play with it a little bit. This obviously doesn't have a vapor barrier on it, but it's fine. And I'm going to put in the foil vapor barrier because it's vapor, and it'll. This is what I found. Score it. You're not going to get a precise cut, but it's fine. Just put the straight edge down on it. Compress it a little bit. I've actually got not even a sharp blade right here. So you just kind of roughly get it where you want to put down. Just kind of flip it over and just finish it off. Pretty simple. All right, piece I cut, so it's up in here a little bit. If I just kind of push the back and push it in, so I'm not trying to compress it into the sides too much. All right, so I'm going to finish off the rest of this. It's all just repetitive. Finish the insulation. And this is going to be the controller, so it's going to sit on this side. I'm not really sure what I'm going to cover this with on the outside here. This is the entrance to it. It's all on the ceiling. So the light's already, the electric in there for that. It's kind of hard to see, but you see, so this is all up. This is going to be a vent to the outside. There's going to be an intake over here, just under the heater, so you get some convection going up, and then it'll go out. You normally want to put it on the opposite wall, but didn't have a good choice here. So ceiling, everywhere else. Actually ran out of the R23. I only needed like 1.5 left. So I cut the R15 in 5.5 and put it in there. It's obviously not perfect, but I think this is the least concern when you've got 3.5 or the R15 on one side and 23 on the other side. It's good enough. So this is all, again, insulated up in the ceilings and everything. Other than the door, there'll be a jamb and then I'll have to fill that in. And then here's the temperature sensor. This will just pass behind. I'm actually going to put up 3/8 inch. Was first there'll be the reflective shield vapor barrier, and then there'll be 3/8 inch on top of it just to give an air gap between it. So that'll run in between there. Again, there's a lot of creative spaces I have to come up with, so I had to go behind here, so I had to cut it in half. I had to, kind of stuff it in here, pull it in half a little bit, find it. This was 4 inches, so I had to kind of cut in here, cut around. But I really like this Rockwool. It cuts a lot, much easier than regular insulation does, just because it's so dense. And it's again, like I said, way easier to cut and kind of actually cut forms around. So I'm happy. I'm going to move on to the vapor barrier.